Right, we're picking it up at as a wife and mother. Lucy is talking to Madame Defarge. As a wife and mother, cried Lucy most earnestly, I implore you to have pity on me and not to exercise any power that you possess against my innocent husband, but to use it in his behalf. Oh, sister woman, think of me as a wife and mother. Madame Defarge looked coldly as ever at the suppliant, and said, turning to her friend the Vengeance, the wives and mothers we have been used to see since we were as little as this child, and much less have not been greatly considered. We have known their husbands and fathers laid in prison and kept from them often enough. All our lives we have seen our sister women suffer, in themselves and in their children, poverty, nakedness, hunger, thirst, sickness, misery, oppression, and neglect of all kinds. We have seen nothing else, returned the Vengeance. We have borne this a long time, said Madame Defarge, turning her eye again upon Lucy. Judge you, is it likely that the trouble of one wife and mother would be much to us now? So here, after Lucy begs her, Madame Defarge answers, every woman we've ever known has been in your position at some point. Why would you matter? And there is a certain ring of truth to that. There's a certain amount of sympathy that we can feel with Madame Defarge and the Vengeance here, simply because when you become so inured to violence and neglect and pity, it kind of stops mattering to you. Picking it up with she resumed. She resumed her knitting and went out. The Vengeance followed. Defarge went last and closed the door. Courage, my dear Lucy, said Mr. Lorry as he raised her. Courage, courage. So far all goes well with us. Much, much better than it has of late gone with many poor souls. Cheer up and have a thankful heart. I am not thankless, I hope, but that dreadful woman seems to throw a shadow on me and on all my hopes. Tut, tut, said Mr. Lorry. What is this despondency in this brave little breast? A shadow indeed! No substance in it, Lucy. But the shadow of the manner of these Defarges was dark upon himself for all that, and in his secret mind it troubled him greatly. So here we find out that even though Mr. Lorry is trying to comfort Lucy and saying it's just a shadow has no substance, it's not real, he himself feels that shadow. He feels how dangerous not only are the times and the place, but these people that they have just come into contact with are, and that they are in a very dangerous position with having met Madame and Monsieur Defarge.